Here's a scary thought. The food that looks perfectly fine in your fridge right now but could already be making you sick. No smell, then no weird color, no warning at all. Every year, millions of people get food poisoning, and a huge number of cases come down to myths. Things we were taught by parents, grandparents, or just picked up from the internet that are actually dangerous. Today we're debunking 7 food safety myths that could put you or your family at real risk, and what science actually says instead. Let's get into it. Myth 1. If it smells and looks fine, it's safe to eat. This is probably the most dangerous myth on this list because it feels so logical. Our senses evolved to detect spoilage, but spoilage, bacteria, and pathogenic bacteria are 2 completely different things. The bacteria that make food smell bad, turn slimy, or change color are usually harmless spoilage organisms. But the real threats, Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria, don't announce themselves. They don't produce bad odors, they don't change texture. They can be sitting in food that looks and smells completely normal. So, sniff testing your leftovers isn't a safety check, it's a gamble. The only real safety checks are time, temperature, and proper storage, not your nose. Myth 2. Raw milk is healthier because pasteurization destroys nutrients. Raw milk has had a health food glow-up online in the last few years. The claim is that pasteurization, heating milk to kill bacteria, also strips out its nutrients. Here's the problem. Pasteurization has almost no meaningful impact on milk's nutritional value. What it does do is kill dangerous bacteria like E. coli, Campylobacter, and Listeria. Organisms that, in raw milk, have caused serious outbreaks, especially in children, pregnant women, and older adults. So the trade being offered is a tiny, mostly theoretical, nutrition difference in exchange for a real risk of severe bacterial infection. That's not a good trade. Myth 3. You must wash raw chicken before cooking it. This one feels like common sense. That wash the chicken, wash away the germs, right? Actually, the opposite happens. When water hits raw poultry, it doesn't just rinse bacteria off, it launches them. Studies show washing raw chicken can splatter bacteria-laden droplets up to 3 feet in every direction. Onto your countertops, your sink, your dish rack, even utensils sitting nearby. You're not removing the risk, you're spreading it around your kitchen. The only thing that actually kills the bacteria on chicken is heat. Cook it to a safe internal temperature and skip the rinse entirely. Myth 4. Raw food diets are always healthier than cooked food. Raw food diets get marketed as the purest way to eat, but some foods are actually dangerous raw and healthier cooked. Take kidney beans. Raw or undercooked kidney beans contain high levels of a toxin called phytohemagglutinin. Eating just a few raw beans can cause severe nausea and vomiting within hours. Proper boiling destroys it, but slow cookers on low heat often don't get hot enough, which has caused real poisoning cases. And it's not just about danger. Cooking can actually unlock nutrients. Tomatoes, for example, release more of the antioxidant lycopene when they're cooked, not less. So raw is always better simply isn't true. Myth 5. If you cut off the moldy part of bread or soft cheese, it's safe. This one's a classic kitchen habit. See mold, slice it off, eat the rest. But mold isn't just sitting on the surface. What you see is only the tip of it. Mold spreads invisible root-like threads called hyphae deep into porous foods. By the time you can see mold on the surface, it's very likely already spread throughout the whole item. Eating it risks exposure to mycotoxins, which can cause real damage to your liver and kidneys over time. The exception, hard cheeses and firm vegetables where mold can't penetrate deep. You genuinely can cut around it safely. But soft cheese, bread, and other porous foods, if you see mold, the whole thing goes in the trash. Myth 6. Leftover rice is fine to leave at room temperature overnight. This myth has its own nickname in food safety circles, fried rice syndrome. And it's a genuinely strange one because the danger survives cooking. Uncooked rice can carry spores of a bacterium called Bacillus cereus. These spores are tough. They survive the boiling or steaming process. If cooked rice is then left out at room temperature, those surviving spores multiply and produce a heat-resistant toxin. Reheating the rice later won't destroy it. That toxin is what causes the sudden severe vomiting and cramps associated with fried rice syndrome. The fix is simple. Get rice into the fridge within about an hour of cooking, not left out on the counter overnight. Myth 7. Honey never spoils, so it's always 100% safe. This one's true for adults. Honey's low moisture and acidity make it naturally resistant to spoilage, and it really can last decades unopened. But there's one major exception: infants under 12 months old. Honey can contain dormant spores of Clostridium botulinum. An adult's mature gut handles these spores without issue. But a baby's underdeveloped digestive system can't, which can lead to infant botulism, a rare but serious illness. That's why every major health authority says no honey at all for babies under 1. Not even a small taste on a pacifier. So there you have it. 7 food myths that sound like common sense, but can actually put your health at risk. The theme running through all of them: trust the science, not your senses, and not tradition. If this saved you from a kitchen habit you didn't know was risky, hit subscribe and let me know in the comments which one of these surprised you the most. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.